While Tottenham are in the midst of a boom period, with Mauricio Pochettino boasting an impressive team, Spurs haven't won a trophy since their League Cup triumph over Chelsea back in 2008. Let's look at who started that day for Tottenham and where they are now. In goal was Paul Robinson. This would be Robinson's final season at White Hart Lane, joining Blackburn Rovers for £3.5 million in July 2008. Relegated to the Championship, Robinson would spend most of the back end of his Rovers career on the shelf due to a back injury, and losing his place in the side once he returned. The former England international would join Burnley in January 2016 and is currently negotiating a new deal at Turf Moor after a few sporadic Premier League appearances for Sean Dyche's side this season. Right back was Alan Hutton. Within a month of joining Tottenham, Hutton had already picked up his first medal and must have thought this was the beginning of a bright future in England. That wasn't the case, and Hutton would go on loan to Sunderland before leaving North London permanently to join Aston Villa. The Scottish fullback then got a 5-month holiday in Mallorca. He went to play for Mallorca for half a season on loan and is still with Aston Villa in the Championship, following their relegation from the top flight last season. Centre-back was Ledley King. The man who lifted the trophy that day at Wembley, King's chronic knee issues were causing him and Tottenham a lot of bother, with the defender being rested for the rest of the 2007-8 season from April onwards due to the club not really having anything to play for. With no cure for his injury woes, King was forced to retire in 2012. A club ambassador for Tottenham, King would begin a part-time coaching role with the under-18s in 2014, which he now appears to have left, and was last seen alongside various other Tottenham legends after the final ever game at White Hart Lane. He was alongside Jonathan Woodgate. The centre-half bundled in the winner with his head 4 minutes into extra time, his first goal for Spurs handing them their first trophy since 1999 and picking up the Man of the Match award in the process. Another player who has had injury problems, Woodgate joined Stoke on a pay-as-you-play deal in July 2011 and ended his playing career with his former club Middlesbrough in 2016. Following Aitor Karanka's sacking, Woodgate joined Steve Agnew's coaching setup at the Riverside. Left back was Pascal Chimbonda. Playing out of position in the final, Chimbonda epitomises the word journeyman. This was his first spell at White Hart Lane, moving to Sunderland in the summer of 2008. He would return to Spurs after just 6 months and then go on to play for Blackburn, QPR, Doncaster, Market Drayton Town, Carlisle United and Arles Avignon. Now aged 38, it appears Chimbonda wants to get back in the game, tweeting on April 1st that he wants to be a coach. Good luck to you, Pascal. On the right of midfield was Aaron Lennon. The speedy winger played a big part in Tottenham's equaliser, with his cross eventually leading to Wayne Bridges' handball, forcing referee Mark Halsey to point to the spot and give a penalty. Lennon would remain with Tottenham until January 2015, when he would join Everton on loan, a deal that would go on to become permanent. In April 2017, Lennon was detained under the Mental Health Act 2007, and we all wish the former England midfielder a speedy recovery. In the middle was Jermaine Jenas. This is another career that was plagued by injury. Jenas would have 2 loan spells away from the club during his contract with Spurs, briefly playing for Aston Villa and his boyhood club Nottingham Forest, before leaving permanently to join Queen's Park Rangers in 2013. He would suffer relegation to the Championship with the R's, and then picked up an anterior cruciate ligament injury which ended his season and eventually his career. Nowadays, Jenas has moved into the media, and to be fair, he's not a bad little pundit, although he was a little bit annoyed when Chelsea beat Tottenham in the FA Cup semi-final this season. He was alongside Didier Zokora. The Ivory Coast midfielder missed a key chance to put Spurs in front in the League Cup final, but it didn't matter in the end. He would join Sevilla in 2009 and then Trabzonspor in 2011, when he was all but forgotten about by the masses. That is until an incident with Turkish midfielder Emre. Zokora was racially abused by Emre, with the ex-Spurs man taking matters into his own hands the next time they met, viciously kicking Emre in the crotch as he literally kicked racism out of football. And he only got booked for it. Result: Zokora has since been playing in India and is now with Semen Padang in Indonesia. Next up, it's Steed Malbranque. The tricky Frenchman left Tottenham in the summer of 2008, moving to the northeast with Sunderland, where Malbranque would become a bit of a fan favourite. He returned to France in 2011 to join Saint Etienne, where he wouldn't last long, with rumours about his family's health circulating, which were proven to be untrue. In August 2012, Malbranque returned to the game with Lyon, before leaving last summer to join Caen, signing a one-year deal which is set to expire this summer. Up front was Robbie Keane. The Irish striker ended the season with the club's Player of the Year award and departed that summer to join Liverpool, but only for 6 months, returning to Tottenham in February 2009. During his second spell with Spurs, Keane would go on loan to Celtic and West Ham, and then headed to the United States in 2011 for a total change of scenery, joining LA Galaxy where he banged in goals galore. His time in the MLS ended in 2016, but Keane is yet to officially retire, and was most recently seen scoring at Old Trafford as part of Michael Carrick's testimonial. And finally, it's Dimitar Berbatov. The ice-cool Bulgarian brought Spurs level against Chelsea, calmly tucking away a penalty to make it 1-1 after Didier Drogba's sublime free kick. Like much of this team, Berbatov would leave the club the summer after their Carling Cup win, kicking his heels and joining Manchester United for just over £30 million. After 4 seasons at Old Trafford, he became Fulham's talisman before joining Monaco in January 2014. His last club was PAOK in Greece, but like Keane, Berbatov is not officially retired. He appeared at Tottenham's final game at White Hart Lane and was part of Man U's 2008 side that got together for Michael Carrick's testimonial. So that's where Tottenham's 2008 League Cup winners are now. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.